everybody to the channel. So I know it's been, I think, over a year since I've actually made a video for you guys. There's a couple good reasons for that, and one, it's not because I didn't want to make any videos. I've just been very, very busy. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know, but I have 3 other channels that I'm trying to maintain. They're not all big, so it's working very hard to get those up and going. There's also, I work full-time, more than 40 hours a week. I got classes as well that I do during the week. So I am very, very busy, but I do want to start making this channel, have some videos again, and try to get some stuff going. So I figured, why not get back into it today? We're talking about something pretty small, and what I wanted to talk about was, well, how about I talk about my dream cars and stuff like that, since, again, I haven't really said to you guys what, my dream cars really are. So my dream cars, I think they're actually pretty simple when it comes to what they are, but they are also very expensive, because I'm sure as of you guys, everybody has their sports car or dream car that's very expensive. And mine is a Aston Martin Vanquish, just because I love how Aston Martins look in general. They're very, very beautiful cars. I'm still not too sold on the new DB11, just because when you look at like the older Vanquish, like the 15, 16s, I think, because they haven't updated the Vanquishes yet. I think when you look at those, they're so clean looking. They're very modern still. I get that underneath the hood and all that, like the bodywork and stuff like that, underneath all of that, it's still a very old car, very old-fashioned, which, I get that, but at the same time, when you look at how beautiful that car is, I think it's just the most beautiful thing in the world. So the Aston Martin Vanquish is my dream car. Now, any Aston Martin I would love to have in general, that's my dream car. Really, it's just an Aston Martin in general. Just because, again, I love the brand, I love how things look. The DB11 I haven't seen it in person, so it's kind of hard to tell. But the Aston Martin lineup is usually pretty good. The only reason why I don't know about the new DB11 is just because it looks like there's so much going on there when it comes to the bodywork. I know the car's been out for a while. I know that they're going to make a AMG version of it. Right now it's just the big V12, which again, I would love to have a V12. That would be fucking awesome. But right now I just don't, obviously have the money for it. I mean, if I did, I would definitely not be driving a 4-cylinder Mustang. Yeah. I still love my car, but really wish I had a GT. If I could afford it, I'd easily go with a GT. So for for cruising and stuff like that, the Aston Martin would be my dream car. Now, when it comes to actual supercars, I'm not really sure, because there's so many different awesome looking ones. I've heard the Huracan is amazing and it looks fantastic in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I'd rather have like a Ferrari or a Porsche, because after every review that you hear, Porsche is one of those brands to where, they really know what they're doing. Everybody who drives one, especially hard, they always go, the handling on these is amazing. Even if you watch the Grand Tour, when he was reviewing the GT3, he even said, I hate to admit it, but this is an amazing car, and it's amazing like what Porsche does. They're the best, I would probably say, at everyday drivers when it comes to the aspect of that sense. Because, if you look at a Ferrari and stuff like that, there's not really, I don't want to say there's not too much potential for it, but it's not meant to be an everyday car. Maybe the California, but other than that, the 458, the GTB, and all of those, they're not really meant for everyday use. Those are meant to be more of your weekly and, weekend cars, if you will. Just because of, how they look, you don't want to usually take them out every day, but again, that's really up to you and where you live as well, because here in Missouri it snows. I'm not going to take my Ferrari out in the snow, but if you live in like California, maybe you could use it as an everyday car, because weather there is a lot better than what it is here. It's more consistent. To where here in Missouri, weather absolutely sucks. Luckily the past week has been amazing. We've actually been having like 70-degree weather. It's kind of like that right now. It's 64 degrees here at 6:42 in the morning on my way to work. So I might start doing this is, on my way to work, I'll probably start recording, some vlogs and stuff like that for you guys. One of the other things I want to talk about is the new 2018 Mustang. So I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually been following up on the Mustang or keeping in touch with it, but the new 2018 Mustang looks absolutely fantastic when it comes to the design of it, I think. Now, because right now, if you guys don't know, I have a light, or kind of a darker blue Mustang. I don't have the light blue, that grabber blue, I think is what it's called. I have the deep impact blue. When I saw the pictures of the new 2018 Mustang, I was kind of, it looks pretty good from some angles, and then some other angles it doesn't look that good. And that's just, I think with the 2015 Mustangs and up, they all look like that. For example, even my car now, I'll look at it from the side, and I think it's the most beautiful car I've ever had. Now, granted, I'm only 23, 22, and I haven't had that many cars, so it's the best looking car I've had. But when I still look at it from the side, I still think, wow, this is an absolutely beautiful car. It looks fantastic. I'm happy to have a car like this. Even if it's not the V8, it's still a great looking car. But then I look at it from other angles, and I'm like, why doesn't it look that good? It looks kind of short, kind of stouty in other places. So it's one of those things to where I think the entire Mustang in general is you have to look at it from the right angles, and you can't really look at it from pictures. Pictures do not do it any justice when it comes to all the lines they have in the car. Now, when I looked at the pictures of the 2018 Mustang, I kind of thought, that doesn't look too bad. Once they start showing it in the darker colors, I'm like, I actually like that quite a bit. So if I do get a GT, I would want it to be in either black or that dark gray that they have. I don't know what the gray is called. It's like a gray metallic or whatever. But that's my absolutely second favorite color for the Mustang. And the reason why I wouldn't go for another blue one, even though I absolutely love this blue, it's the most beautiful blue I've ever seen on a car. The reason why I wouldn't want to have it again is I would like to have a GT that looks more aggressive. Now, the blue, it's a great looking car, it's a great looking color with it, but it's a very, it's meant to look good. It's not meant to look aggressive, if you get where I'm coming from here. If you get that gray color, you can make your car look badass and make it look mean. Where with the blue here, you're really trying to make it look as pretty as possible. You're trying to make it stand out as much as possible, instead of looking like a badass. So I think that's what I would want to do, is get that darker gray or a black, just because it could be a little bit easier to make it look a little bit more badass and feel more like a GT, if you get where I'm coming from. They haven't said too much about the 2018 Mustang yet when it comes to price, horsepower. It's still almost a full year off from being, out. So there's still a lot of things that had to be done and figured out. And one thing I did see is, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but the new 2018 Mustang only got a 2-car safety rating, like a two-star safety rating. I'm a dumbass. And apparently the Camaro did as well. And that's actually the first time that's been that low of a score. So I'm feeling if you're Ford and that story is true, you're doing some redesigning to make sure your car is safe. Because if you don't know, my car's actually been in an accident, not because it was my fault. Some bitch cut me off, and I'm never gonna forget that. It was like a month after I got my damn car, and she cut me off. I couldn't hit my brakes and stop in time. Hit the back end of her car, and it was her fault because she was crossing an intersection at the wrong time. Stupid bitch. I'm sorry. I got kind of off on a tangent there. But yeah, so my car's been in an accident, and I didn't know this, but it has, I think, a 4 or 5-star safety rating for the Mustang for 2015 year. And I was like, wow, that's actually, I didn't know that. I kind of thought it'd be, a little bit worse than that, because it's a Mustang, it's a sports car. I didn't think safety would be the top priority. So when I heard, again, this is all speculation, not sure if it's true. This was a while ago as well, that, if it is a 2-star safety rating, that's pretty bad if you ask me, because I get with the aluminum bodies and stuff like that we're going to, I feel like cars are going to be weaker in general. They're going to be lighter, right? I mean, you're kind of offsetting different things, because you're going to have a lighter car, better fuel economy, you're going to have all these different things, but then when it comes to safety, it's not going to be as strong. Like, I'm not an engineer, I don't know how strong aluminum is compared to steel, but I can probably tell you, it's going to be a little bit weaker. It's a little bit more flexible when it comes to safety in that regards. If that's just going off of what I probably know. Again, that's not 100% guaranteed. Again, I'm not an engineer. I can't say these things for certain, but that's just my guess from knowing how aluminum works and everything that I know with aluminum. But once I saw the 2018 Mustang and I saw that gauge cluster, that 12-inch digital gauge cluster, I wanted the car immediately. I wanted it in a GT. I wanted the exhaust that's changing to. Apparently every new GT is going to have a quad exhaust, which I think looks badass. And I think they're taking that from just how the GT350 looked. Everybody loved how the GT350 looked so much. I think they're trying to kind of replicate that in every GT so they can sell more. Because when you look at the reaction to the GT350 when it came out, it was outstanding. and I think they're trying to capitalize on that, on just how good of a job they did. And I think that also takes inspiration for the new front bumper that you're going to see on the 2018, is kind of taking a little bit of styling cues from that GT350's front bumper, how it has those sharp little angles at the bottom. Now again, it looks completely different, but I think the same design is there with how it looks, if that makes any sense. I actually went to a Cars and Coffee the other weekend, and I will say there's a lot of nice cars there. We had some Lamborghinis, we had some Ferraris. Here in Missouri, you don't see those too often, so it's a pretty rare thing to see, right? I mean, if you're in California, you're like, oh, look, a Ferrari. Oh, look, the next street later, look, there's a Lamborghini. That's nice to see. You know, here in Missouri, it's like, holy shit, that's a nice Mustang. I haven't seen one of those in a while. To where once you see a Ferrari, you're like, holy shit, is that a Ferrari? I didn't know anybody here ever bought them. So I think a couple months ago, I took my car in to get a couple things fixed for warranty purposes, because I had some stuff go wrong with my car. I have some rattling sounds every now and then. There's a couple other small things. But the guy at the dealership was actually telling me, hey, do you have a tune for your car? I was like, no, I don't, even though I kind of did at the time. But he was asking me, like, do you have a tune? I was like, no. He goes, oh, well, Ford is offering this tune that is actually covered by warranty for the EcoBoost that gives you, I think, another 120 horsepower or something like that. You get the cold air intake from the GT350 put into the car, and you get a Ford tune, which is, again, covered by warranty, which I think is very, very cool. But at the same time, why can't I put my own tune on it and it's voided by the warranty, you know? So it's just one of those weird things to where, man, everybody's driving like an asshole today. Man, what the hell's wrong with you people? But the guy basically said to me, I can't confirm this because I didn't get it on my car. Just mean that, one, it is from Ford. It is more on the higher end of price, because I think it costs like $900 total for the cold air intake and the tune itself, which, again, I don't think is too bad in general. If you look at other combinations that you can get, like on American Muscle, you're going to be looking around the same price, I guess. And the upside to this one is it does not void your warranty. It is covered by Ford warranty. So, again, that's another upside to it. But one of the other things that he said was you'll be keeping up with GTs if you get this tune. So, if Ford has the capability to do that, and they already have that tune available, I wonder if they're ever going to implement that onto like a different version, like a performance version of the EcoBoost. I wonder if they're ever going to do that, just because he told me about it, but I've never heard any other person tell me about this EcoBoost, tune that Ford is offering for it until he told me about it, and I haven't heard much about it since, and not sure how many people actually know that if you go up to your Ford dealership, if you have an EcoBoost, and you want to get a tune, a faster car, ask your dealership about it and see what they say. Maybe they offer it. If they do, your warranty is covered, you're getting more horsepower, a new cold air intake that you get on the GT350, you're getting a lot of stuff. So it's kind of if you can afford it, that might be the best bet instead of buying all these other tunes and combos. So that could be the best bet for you. So thank you for watching, guys. It is greatly appreciated as always. I will try to make more videos. So if you want to like and subscribe, let me know. Let me know what videos you guys want to see. And also let me know, what is your dream car down in the comments. What would be, if you had all the money in the world, you can only buy one car, what would be your dream car that you would buy with that money? So bye, guys, and thank you very much for watching.